A very good morning to you. Welcome to KTN Midmorning. My name is Koi. Now, what I love about December is that we get so many of our loved ones coming in from all over the world, and the diaspora that is, to come and celebrate Christmas with us. In fact, the young lady we're about to feature on Midmorning Lifestyle up next caused quite a stir when she came back home and talked about her passion. Mukami is coming up next.
Almost everyone has a passion they want to pursue. The problem is, they often push those passions aside in the name of being practical.
I went through two, and I will be talking to you about supplementation today. This was one area that I struggled with in the past because I did not know that supplements are necessary.
The same cannot be said for Jane Mukami, an IT consultant by profession and a fitness enthusiast by passion.
I come from a very small family. It's just me, my mother, and my brother. I'm the eldest. I'm 33. My brother is 25. He's in the military, the U.S. Army. So he's usually in the States, but right now he's in Kuwait. So just him and my mother.
America is said to be the land of milk and honey, where opportunities are countless. Getting this milk and honey is not as easy as people presume.
I got there, it was so cold. I'd never felt such cold in my life or experienced ice and snow. And trying to adopt to being in school full time, trying to work, trying to do everything at the same time. That was different and it was hectic. It was not as I expected it to be. I was just like everybody else, thinking the moment you get to the States, there are jobs waiting. You'll be good to go as soon as you set foot in the country. Only to find out that as a student, you can only work 20 hours a week, which is not what I expected. And you can only work in school. So I had to find ways. There are ways that you could get approved by the government to work out of school, which is what I ended up doing. The culture, the people, the way they spoke, I could barely understand their language or their accent. Every time I spoke to them, they'd say, "What?" And every time they spoke to me, I'd say, "What?" So it prompted that I adjust my accent slightly to accommodate them. People assume that living in the States is easy. Everything's handed to you on a silver platter, that just because you're in the States you have money, you don't have to work hard, and that is so the opposite. It's just like living in any country, even Kenya. Everywhere you go, you have to make your own way.
Apart from challenges such as cold weather, different cultures, and homesickness, people living in the diaspora can find it very difficult to find work.
I studied computer information systems. However, what most people don't know is that I began my IT professional career in Kenya. I've been in the industry now for 13 years, but I began by working or interning at the United Nations in '99. I worked for a software company in Milimani called Novacom Systems. I had taken some computer classes when I got out of high school. So by the time I went to the US and went to college, I kind of had a platform or a base for me to be able to get an IT job as soon as I got there, which happened in about 5 months. It's the expectation that since we're away from home, we'll stick together. If I know something that might help you, I'll share it with you. If I see you doing well, I'll pat you on the back and say, "Good job, kudos." That's what you'd expect. But it's more of, "Oh, how did you get that job? And you just found us here struggling." I had that happen to me. People saying, "She must have slept with somebody for her to get that job from IBM." And I'm thinking, I have 2 years of IT experience before I got on that flight. I have a little bit of leverage than you who just might have come here straight from high school. So instead of assuming, why don't you come ask me? And don't spread malicious rumors because you don't know. The same goes with my fitness. It can't be possible that you changed your body in 8 months. I said, yes, I did. The moment I met my trainer, in 6 to 8 months, I looked different. So instead of the whole, "Good job, Mukami," it's not possible. You must have taken steroids. You must have done something you're not telling us. It's human nature, I get it. What you don't understand, you try to unravel and come up with solutions, but sometimes people's negative opinions should not be spoken out loud. I mean, there's certain things I meet people and my personal opinion is in my head. I don't want to speak it out loud because if it's not positive, don't say it.
Jane Mukami's arrival into the country stirred a lot of media interest due to her vivid passion for fitness.
My fitness journey began as a personal goal. It was me wanting more for myself, me wanting to look better for myself. It was that simple. Just like most women wake up one morning and they're like, oh, this is too much. I can't fit this clothes. I need to lose some weight. It was the same exact thing. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine that my small goal would set me up or have me on a platform where people look up to me for inspiration. That was not premeditated. It was just something that gradually happened. And it's now become something that, I'm living in a different part of the world, doing something that I consider as normal as brushing my teeth, waking up, going to the gym. And other people look at it and say, oh, wow, you inspire me to wake up and go to the gym. And I'm like, wow. I work out, I work out every day, twice a day, and like now I'm on vacation, maybe like tonight I have Zumba. I'm going to different gyms to do different things every day, but when I'm on vacation I can relax. Working out in the morning is a must. That's like me having a cup of tea or brushing my teeth, like I said. The evening one is, okay, do I feel like it? I'm on vacation, I can relax, I don't have to. But since I'm enjoying all the good food, I'm trying to do both.
Jane, whose passion is developing a fitness routine that works for individuals, invites us to the Duma Gym at the Ola Sereni Hotel to take us through some of the high-intensity workouts she frequently does. With her are her friends Fini and Habida, who are ready to take on the workout sets for the day. Before starting the session, Jane kicks off her team with a 24-minute run. Running regularizes your blood pressure and improves your blood circulation. Registering in a gym has many benefits, such as state-of-the-art equipment such as these treadmills. They have sensors which can indicate the amount of calories burning. The perspiration while you run signifies that you are burning calories. Jogging has to be done with the right breathing patterns, and Jane's 24-minute run is an interval training whereby they frequently stop in between to take a breather and hydrate. Apart from the physical benefits, studies say that running gives you a sense of freedom. Many people dealing with stress feel relaxed and free after they jog for a few minutes.
Jane took her passion to the next level by participating in fitness competitions.
For 2 years, I tried a lot of different things involving 2 to 3 trainers, and I finally met my current trainer. I still have a trainer. He's the one that's taught me everything I know. I met him in 2010. He's the one that has given breath to my fitness journey. Every great team, in any sport, football, basketball, has a coach. They never just go off on their own and win championships. They always have a go-to person that preps them, and that person is my trainer. And he's the one that got me first to meet my goal of losing weight. Once I got to that point, it was, what next? So his recommendation for me was, you've worked real hard. Why don't you do a competition? But as soon as I did the first, I enjoyed it. So now it's a yearly thing. Every year I'll do 1 or 2 competitions. And the reason I do it is because getting ready for a competition is intense. Since my food has to be a blueprint of what I'm asked to eat. I can't move or veer away from it. It's intense, it gets my body right. And once my body gets on stage, I retain some of those cut properties. So it takes my body to the next level every time. For every single competition I've placed or received a medal for second place. From the first one, I've been in 3 so far. So I guess the next one means I should be going for number 1.
She clearly points out that working out is part of her lifestyle and far from an addiction.
If you did something consistently for an amount of time, your body gets used to it. If you don't eat certain things for an amount of time, I don't eat salt. When I come to Kenya and I'm eating Kenyan foods, the first thing I say is, oh my God, it's salty. When before, I used to eat with the salt shaker right here, before I have the first spoonful. But now that I'm eating regular food, the salt is trained to my taste buds. So my body has adapted. My body is used to waking up and having a rush of workout that gives me energy for the day. The mornings I don't work out, I'm a little sluggish, I'm tired. So it's not an addiction, it's that the body has been trained to expect certain things. The same way your body expects lunch, breakfast, it's the same way my body expects a workout. And my food does change every so often, but note that I'm eating a lot of proteins and a lot of vegetables, which is good for you. I'm not indulging in lots of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are in the morning at 8 a.m. and that's for a reason. Again, I'm on a very stringent diet in preparation. Most diets don't work because they're temporary. They have a start and end date, and I always tell people I don't like using the word diet. I use the word clean eating. Clean eating sounds more like, oh, I'll be eating clean for a long time. A diet says, eat this and this for 30 days, or do this and this for 60 days. And sometimes it works. If you do smoothies and fruit juices for dinner or lunch every day, you lose weight. But when those 30 days are over and you go back to eating your regular food, the weight comes back. You need to make changes that you can live with for the rest of your life. The same way a doctor tells a patient, you have diabetes, guess what? No more sugar. And guess what? That patient can no longer take sugar. Is the same exact way you have to be proactive to make changes before you get the diabetes. Don't wait to get to the threshold of having a lifestyle disease, then make changes.
Next, Jen takes Habida and Fini through some upper body training, concentrating on the biceps, shoulders, and the hammer line. Strength training is necessary to tone the underlying muscle in your arms. Biceps curls are a popular exercise for strengthening the biceps. Dumbbells help you improve cardiovascular fitness, burn calories, build muscle, and increase muscular endurance. The great thing about weightlifting is that you can do it either at home or in a gym. A well-rounded workout program should always include a selection of various upper body exercises that target all the main muscle groups, including the chest, shoulders, back, biceps, and triceps. Since the body is constantly adapting to the exercise stress you throw at it, if you're going to the gym day after day and perform the same old upper body exercises over and over, your progress is going to go stale. Instead, switch up your exercises from time to time in order to guarantee that your body is always responding and you are continually making progress. While men use their natural testosterone to bulk up, women often focus on toning over muscle mass.
The thing that's unique about my regimen is the fact that it's perfect for my life. If somebody else came to me and said, I want to look like you, just tell me what you do and I'll go do it, I could do that, but it would not work out for them because it's customized or specific to my body type. I have a body type that not every woman has. My lifestyle, I work as an IT consultant. I'm behind a desk Monday through Friday from 9 to 5, so I'm seated. Somebody else might be a saleswoman that travels around the city. Different calorie intake needs. My program is specific to how much body fat I have, which goes back down to where my curves are, where the concentration of the most fat is. In my case, is usually my hips. Somebody who has more body fat or carries more weight on their upper body would have a totally different program. And then the most important thing about this is it finds pockets in your lifestyle that it can have you make slight changes in. So it has to be so specific to your lifestyle. It has to be small changes that collectively make a big impact. So I started off by cutting off sugar and salt, increasing my water intake. Then my workouts got harder and harder. My workouts never stay the same. What I eat never stays the same. Again, it's all customized to how I live. So it's about, people are quick to take a program and do it and ask, oh, we did the same program, how comes you lost weight and I didn't? Because our lives are different. So when people come to me, it's more of, talk to me about your lifestyle first. Then let's figure out how to fit everything in.
The bench press is an exercise of the upper body. This exercise focuses on the development of the pectoral muscles, which are in the general chest area, as well as other supporting muscles. The type of muscle strength you're trying to achieve plays a part in the number of repetitions and amount of weight you use.
My circle of friends, as I get older, gets smaller. You know, when I first moved to the States, I wanted to know all the Kenyans, kind of have that camaraderie of we understand where we're from. So I had so many friends. And then with time, as you get older, things change. You have different goals. And I had, again, different goals. I'm this girl that gets to the States, finds Kenyans there who've been there for a while. But in 5 months, I'm working for IBM, while most people my age group are working at a gas station or doing odd jobs. So my goal, or my goals, were somewhat, I don't want to say higher, but I was driven to make the most of my life in the States. And as time went on, I realized that the Kenyan community was not very supportive, or they just had so much backstabbing, gossiping, backbiting that did not foster what I wanted. It didn't foster growth on my part. So at that point, I had to kind of cut off and move to a new direction. Most of my friends are primarily Americans or European. Kenyan friends, I have, again, very few. I stick to the people I know. Example, now that I'm in Nairobi, I call my old friends. I say, hey, how you been? You want to hook up? They say, yeah, let's go for drinks. I don't drink, so it's not something we can bond over. I choose to turn to my friends that understand my lifestyle, like people I can work out with, like my friend Habida and Fini. They're my constant workout partners when I'm in the country. We meet up every morning, we get our workout in, we have breakfast, and that's just how we start the day. And that's more relatable to me. I get bombarded with questions on Facebook and email, which was the premise to my blog, fitkenyangirl.com. And I decided while I'm vacating in Kenya, why not take a day or two and meet people, work them out, answer their questions, just kind of have a face-to-face interface. And, so that when I go back home, people know who I am, not just knowing me from the pictures, and, kind of get that going.
For the female body, perhaps the most difficult area to tone aside from the belly is the thighs. Heredity plays an important role in determining where fat tends to be stored on your body. Next, Jean takes Habida through the quad exercise session. The focus of this exercise is to build strength and definition of the quads. Habida and Jane will do 2 sets, each containing 25 leg extensions, making it 100 in total. Working out with consistency is important for achieving fitness results. A commitment to a regular workout regimen will increase your fitness level, improve your health, and generate a greater sense of mental well-being. Doing the quads exercise literally takes the breath out of you. As much as it may seem obvious, the experts say that every time you rise or extend the weight with your legs, you exhale or breathe out. Whereas every time you lower the weight back towards your body, you inhale or breathe in. It's not so easy to stand after that intense workout.
Actually, I've been pretty impressed with the turnout at the gyms. It's predominantly women, of course. I don't know what the men are doing. It sounds as though the guys are quick to ask their women to go get in shape, yet they're still, out at the bar drinking, donning that beer gut. So you're asking for this good-looking woman, fit, cut up, when you're fat Albert. Not fair at all. People need to be more conscious. Going back to my younger days, it was normal to hear that your grandparent doesn't take sugar or salt. It was, oh yeah, when you get to a certain age, you stop taking sugar. Yeah, I didn't know that it's because they have diabetes. So it's like we almost think that it's normal. When you get old, it's normal for you to have a lifestyle disease. But our generation is now going to the gym. They might not be successful because they don't have the right information. There are Facebook groups, Kenyan Facebook groups that have a lot of conversation on keeping fit. And I'm honored to be a Kenyan inspirator in the sense of people are looking to me for guidance. That I like. And I'm here for anybody that needs help. The Kenyan woman has changed. She's more independent, which comes from education. We now have careers. We might be the breadwinners of the family because we have good jobs. We're definitely stronger, and we have, I think, more say in what goes on in the home in a way that the man can respect because we're not fully dependent on him. I've noticed more Kenyan women doing even better than some of the men. I don't know if the men are threatened by this. They should be. But they should look at it and respect it. And just because your wife or your girlfriend is doing better than you, if you're a real man, you'll not be intimidated. You take it in good stride, and you learn to be with somebody that is your equal.
Jane has been with her boyfriend for 3 years now. They met 12 years ago when she traveled to the States and started off a friendship that has led to romance.
Good qualities of a man to me are loyal, honest, driven, because I'm a busy bee, I'm always on the go, I'm always chasing something. My 9-to-5 job, I think, is the one thing I don't pay the most attention to because I always have things going on the side. He has to be in the fitness, living, thing. He must be fit and enjoy working out so we can do it together. And that's important. He has to be open-minded. I left Kenya a young girl at 21, and when I got to Atlanta, when we're talking about the Kenyan community, I've always been very open-minded. I always want to try different things. So that always puts me a couple of steps ahead of most people, I think. So being open-minded, willing to do anything that makes sense, of course, is important for me. The difference between Kenyan men and American men, in my opinion, they're more affectionate. I love affection. I'm a Libra. I'm all about love. I'm a sucker for love. More affectionate, more open. They discuss anything. More willing to let me be myself. And when I say that, I mean I'm a handful. I'm opinionated. I'm stubborn. If I decide I'll go one direction, nothing can stop me. I might not be considered submissive to the Kenyan man.
She has a blog which provides ample interactivity with those who are curious about her fitness regime.
My blog, fitkenyangirl.com, came up as a way for me to communicate to a mass of people without having to manually sit and answer all my Facebook emails saying the same thing to 20 people. So I said, why don't I set up a place where I can write stuff and just tell people, go read this. So now when somebody says, hey, Jane, I want to lose weight only in my tummy, but the rest of my body, I want it to stay the same. I simply send her the link. I tell her, go to my blog and look for this article. I talk about this. So it's a way for me to effectively communicate to people. Then on top of that, I think on the blog I do say, if you need support, join the Fit and Fab group on Facebook. It's Kenyans from all over the world, actually. We're a small community, but every morning you post what your workout was or your evening and what you ate. And you talk to people about it, and they can guide you. Or if you have a question, why am I not losing weight? Me and my friends come in and say, hey, it's because of this and this. Try this and this.
12 years is a long time to be away, and Jane is not blind to the changes that have developed while she was gone.
I'm impressed to see there's so much growth in terms of transportation infrastructure. There are roads being built everywhere, but that also means there'll be more cars, and the hectic traffic will get even more hectic. So I enjoy seeing that. Other changes I'd like to see are around process, service, in organizations, and the people. People are very nonchalant when doing business. People don't keep time. People make you wait a week before they respond to something. Very unresponsive, very laid back. I'd like it if people could enjoy what they do, perhaps. Because when you enjoy what you do, you're on it. You're on top of business. Nothing misses you by. But maybe the expectation is low. People need to expect more, especially now that there's an influx of people moving in from the diaspora. Even working with them, I noticed they used to be a certain way, but now they've been here so long, they've gone frustrated, they've lowered their expectation to the norm. So we need more people that are saying, no, if we're working together, this is not acceptable. If you can't adhere to my standards, I won't do business with you. If we had more people standing up and expecting more, as a people, we'd be better. It's open. You never know. I can definitely see myself going back and forth. But moving permanently, that one's still up in the air. And it has something to do with the fact that my significant other is American. So me saying, hey, we're moving to Kenya might take a couple of years of convincing. Convenience, process. There are no surprises. If I do this, this happens. If I need this, I go to this person. If I need this big goal accomplished, there are steps very definite of how you get to them. It's not about who you know, where you know them. It's everybody goes through the same process. I love that. Everybody is equalized regardless of where you're from, what you have. We all go through the same thing.
We've already worked out the quads in general, but if you're like most women, your inner thighs are probably one of your biggest trouble areas. The collection of muscles that form your inner thigh are technically called the adductors. You will need to select a weight that is resistant enough for you to not breeze through the movement, but comfortable enough for you to perform at least more than 10 repetitions. It's good to have a partner when training in case the fatigue threatens to overcome you. Even with the intense workouts, they don't miss an opportunity to have a few laughs. The adductor press is simply a tool you can use in your routines, mainly to assist in toning or shaping the thigh and glutes.
I enjoy napping. I'm a homebody, but if I do step out of the house, I live in the movie theaters. I love movies. I'll go out. I love to dance. I don't take alcohol, so I'm the sober girl dancing by herself all night long because I love to dance. I love to travel. Just this year alone, I've been to 7 countries. So whenever I have downtime, I get to travel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. My dream destination is the Maldives. It's apparently some atoll off the coast of the Indian Ocean in Asia. It's supposed to be beautiful. I have pictures of it on my laptop, and every so often when I'm daydreaming, I'll go through it because it's a beautiful destination.
From shaky beginnings in America, Jane has transformed herself to become a strong, healthy, successful, and extremely motivated woman.
And speaking mostly to women, we have to be first honest about what we want with our lives. And second, once we know what it is, we have to go after it and relentlessly. We don't stop for anything or anyone. Because at the end of the day, we only have one life. And you don't want to be that bitter old grandmother who said, I wish I did this. Why didn't I accomplish this? My life would have been different. And this is not to say go against your husband's wishes, but more of be more honest with yourself and express that to your mate so they can support you in it. Never let anything, any thought, any dream that crosses your mind, don't shut it down because you're too busy with the kids, you're too busy with your husband. Always make time for yourself because at the end of the day, all you have is you to begin with.
Jane Mukami actually works in IT, but she describes fitness as her passion. What is your passion? And what exactly are you doing about it? I will not be with you next week, so let me take this opportunity to wish you happy holidays. Keep writing to us on midmorning at standardmedia.co.ke, and don't forget to post on Facebook as well, KTN Midmorning, and like the page while you're there. Happy holidays. Have a good weekend.